I acknowledge that our current service performance is unacceptable and that the status quo should be acceptable to no one. But I also believe that the solutions are within reach if we can agree to work together.
And frankly, your leadership of the Postal Service, in my view, has been an utter disgrace. It is simply inexcusable that even after all this hardship, you are working on a new strategic plan that would permanently slow first-class mail and abandon current service standards. We have all heard the stories from our constituents. Some have been forced to pay interest or extra fees because their bills were not delivered on time. Small business owners are losing money in the mail, and those who are sick are waiting days, if not weeks, for life-saving medications.
In addition, the Postal Service is not on a sustainable fiscal path. While the Postal Service does not rely on taxpayer dollars to fund most of its operations, revenues from the sale of postage, products, and services haven't kept up with the costs. Since 2007, USPS has recorded significant net losses each year, including $9.2 billion in 2020. I understand that without significant reforms, you're projecting to lose $160 billion over the next 10 years.
Number one, our network and financial condition and service have been eroding for years. We have been in a bad business model that has been allowed to exist both by the Congress and by our regulators and by efforts by previous management teams, for the most part, have been stymied. And in some cases, their own reluctance to take on the challenges that needed to be taken on to address the change. We had pockets like in Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia. We have 750 routes. We only had 400 carriers to go out on a day. The pandemic, the Postal Service experienced the pandemic like everyone else. The hard reality is that years of financial stress, underinvestment, unachievable service standards, and the lack of operational precision have resulted in a system that does not have adequate resiliency to adjust and adapt to changing circumstances.
Given the severe issues that the Postal Service has faced since you were appointed Postmaster General, can you explain why you think you are still qualified to hold that position?
We're in a broken business model and changes need to happen. When we roll out our plan, I think any reasonable person will understand the challenges that we face, but they will also see the optimism of the plan. And why should I stay? Because I'm committed to seeing this change. I have the expertise to do so, and I have the tenacity and the stamina to undergo this type of questioning.